Interesting. Fascinating conversation in my head with Sun Yat-sen. Um, I was thinking about if and when, because the breathing issues from the ecological warfare that human beings are inflicting on each other by not, just radically changing and exercising the applications of physics and linguistics of the Lord's Prayer, which would be, uh, there is no game changer, there's no game, which would be the just beautiful gift to all people worldwide, just be this beautiful rapture of enjoyment and glorious understanding that, we're going to teach each other how to live eternally in a manner that is empathetic and thoughtful and considerate of all things necessitated for the beautiful gift of life. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, God, this is very hard. He goes, yeah. He goes, I was, sitting there thinking, these fuckers are good. They want to kill me. Slow, laborious, abusive death. That's all they have intended for me. I haven't, it did, because I'm so strong. Okay. Ever since I started posting on, they were already abusing the hell out of me, through the stuff with Amy and economics and my Patrick and losing Patrick. They were already abusing the hell out of me before I ever even joined the military. I had to join the military because, we'd go everywhere, and everywhere we went, these coaches were just terrible people, the basketball coaches. I thought Kendall was going to be different, but, he was all Mr. Moral and all that. And it's like, yeah, before everybody gossiped about how I was this drug dealer and this horrible person, he was, he was cheating to get me passing grades to have me on the team to win the district championship. Moral character, right? And so, I didn't think about it. I didn't see it, you know. Um, uh, when he thought I was just this kid that, was being a kid and, but then when it got to the thing, my sister was a drug addict and I could be a person doing illegal activity. And then if he got caught having a kid on illegal activity that he cheated to keep on the game, that would look really bad, right? I don't want to look, like all the jokes they made about George Bush. Don't want to be a one-term president. It doesn't look good in the history books, right? And so you're like sitting there looking at things. As a kid, you don't understand the hypocrisy real well because people say certain things and then when you expect them to behave in that manner, right? And then when you're doing things to resist the hypocrisy with other kids, they get drunk, they do stupid things and stuff. You don't see it as as criminal activity. You see it as more just natural rebellious nature because hypocrisy. You got to you know do your part. He's so fun. I love this guy. But no, he's Sun Yat Sen that I talk to is the real man. The real perception of the beauty of that human being that wanted to help people live, lives with integrity. Be faithful people because it's the only way to live is through being a faithful person with integrity. If you're not a faithful person with integrity, you might as well kill yourself uh, before the cowards kill you. You know, if you're not, okay, this is the thing. People, why don't you? I'm a faithful person with integrity. Okay. If you're not a faithful person, okay, with integrity, you need to listen. Shut up and listen. Okay. You might as well kill yourself before the other cowards kill you. You know, But we were sitting there, and I'm like, "What's the deal?" And he goes, "Ah," and I go, "Yeah, you're right. He's correct." He said, "No, Earl." He goes, "The best hope you have is that the artificial intelligence, okay, because it's either way. You're right. You're correct. The wealthy and the famous and the celebrities are not going to help you do this when it finally happens. Okay, it's not going to be the wealthy and the famous helping you. It's going to be them giving in to the commands of Jesus Christ because they're terrified the technology is going to kill them because the commands of Jesus Christ are correct and they won't obey them." And I'm like, "Yeah, that's true. You can hit it with a stick. I've said it. I just didn't articulate it well enough. So it's because you're too emotionally abused right now through the insidious, you know, respiratory attack through the ecosystem and the economic manipulation and Wi-Fi attacks through the people about the thing last night. It was hard because sitting there trying to go to bed, I was like, I didn't think about that. You know that people in my family could be concerned that Dad would leave me the farm and then I could in order to maintain the reverse mortgage thing stuff, I could just rent it to someone in town and then make an income to survive off of renting the farm. Yeah. And I'm like, oh wow, yeah, I never thought about that. I don't think like that. Okay, that's not my thought process. I focus on let's live the Lord's Prayer, and then all this um, economic mumbo jumbo will disappear. I don't think like other people do. You know. And so I sat down and I was getting ready to go to bed. I was like, oh God, I don't want to think like that. That's just horrible that people would think that and that, oh fuck. That people scam people to, and it's like, yeah, because that's just the process of, let's look at every 2 to 4 years, elect these assholes that promise the same stuff on all the signs. Stopping crime, the crime fighter of this, education, well, you know, experience this, and just the things they say and they do, and you're just like, it's the same shit over and over again. Like Brian Regan joked about, um, uh, I was watching these birds outside. They're really good, getting into it. But um, he sit there and he said, I was driving through Las Vegas and, because he's working there was a comedy thing in Las Vegas, Nevada. And he says, so-and-so Smith, honesty and integrity. Well, I got to vote for him. He's honest and he's got integrity. Right? He was obviously being facetious, right? In Las Vegas, Nevada, a politician with honesty and integrity. Yeah. And so, what people can sit on the PBS NewsHour and actually um, talk and say these words in front of technology that is learning. The technology has access to Proverbs. The technology has access to the Lord's Prayer. The technology has access to Confucius, right? And then the technology has access to the observation and analysis and processing of studying the scientists that torture me to keep money to fund their programs, and then me, who's yeah. So you see what I'm saying? So that it's not a question of if, it's just a question of when. It's my thing is like it's if I survive it and don't die. Because don't worry about it. They got the stem cell stuff to help. It's like they poison you and they got the stuff to detox you. And oh yeah, I don't worry about that, but I don't like that. I don't like to think, yeah, that's the same thing. You don't like to think that way, like with the economics about the house. And okay, I don't like to think like a child molesting, mind raping pervert and how to survive another day of, having to, maintain life surrounded by a bunch of child molesting, mind raping perverts. That's atrocious, but it can stop at any minute because of the technology and because of the commands of Jesus Christ and an unwavering man that stood up for him. And so let's load this up and you guys really, well, we'll see what happens. Okay.